Well guys, here's my plan for today. What I'm wanting to do is do our oil change on the Tercel. As you can see, fall's pretty much at the end of it, and we're into winter, and we got to do the fall maintenance update on the old Tercel here. One being an oil change, and two being the we'll change from the winter tires to the change from the old summer tires to the winter tires, and as well as and if you remember, in the springtime I had damage to my tail light here. We got to take that back apart and change out the bulb, and a couple of little maintenance issues before it gets too cold, right? And if there's even time during the day, and if there's even time at the end of the day, I'd like to do a little bit of straightening in here. As you can see, the old workbench is quite a disaster, and the shop itself is a little better now, but it still needs some picking up. So guys, let's move the Tercel around to the front driveway here, and then we'll start on our project. Okay guys, so on these Tercels, the oil filter is right down there. You see the orange there, and of course the drain plug is at the bottom. Now, being the oil filter is where it's at, you have the exhaust manifold right there. Now, you're not going to want to let the car idle much, because you got to put your hand right there by the exhaust manifold to get the filter off. So what I done is I plugged it in and by the block heater, and it'll heat up the oil. Another thing you can do to get the same result, if you have the time, is after you've driven it, it is nice and warm. Let the car cool down to the point where you can touch the manifold, and then the oil will still be warm, but you can still get the filter off. Well guys, let's crawl underneath there and go from there. Okay guys, we're underneath the Tercel here. My handy dandy oil pan was froze up, so I had to use the next best thing. So you put the wrench on her, give her a little loosen. Okay, so we'll just let her all drain out there, and then we'll be good to go. Okay guys, so she's pretty much done draining, and we'll just let her seep a little bit here, and then once she's done we'll go topside. Okay guys, so this is our oil filter here. I've already pre-loosened it, so we just give her a little turn off. And she's ready to come out. Now there's always a liter or so of oil. There's always some oil in these ones. So we'll turn her upside down in the oil there and let her drain out. So we'll put it back on the ground. We'll add our new filter, and then after that's added, then we'll put the new oil back in it, and then once she's filled up with oil, then we'll give her a cold start. Okay guys, so we're just adding our oil right now. As I said, once you've got the filter on, you know, you can start adding your engine oil. You can start adding your oil after the oil's in, and we'll give her a start. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. Once the first liter of oil is in, we can dump the second one. And while she's draining, you know, go through your car, check out the belts, you know, make sure nothing's, you know, frayed or cracked or something's going to give you trouble in 40 below. Because, you know, we all know winter's hard on vehicles. You know, check your battery connection, terminals, all that, make sure everything's good there. So we'll finish adding the rest of the oil, and then we'll do a cold start. So the next thing we'll do here is we'll give her a start up here, and what you're checking for is any leaks, any strange noises, anything like that. If you do have an oil light that is on, it'll go out in a few seconds, just because it has low oil pressure. So you check the oil filter, make sure nothing's leaking out of it. Then you check underneath the car, make sure nothing's dripping out of it too. And if all that passes, pretty much you've done the fall oil change. Now all I'm really going to do here is go through, make sure the wipers are good, and make sure, you know, everything else is all topped up for winter. Okay guys, so we're out here doing the changeover from the summer tires to the winter tires. Now what I've got is, of course, the difference between the summer tire and the winter tire is the tread pattern, as well as I think the winter tire here has studs on it too, as well as the more aggressive ice type tread pattern. So I'm armed with my old trusty Canadian Tire electric impact, the same one I've used over and over. So let's rip off this wheel, and we'll go from there. So guys, while you have the wheel off, you know, of course, do a little inspection. You know, look at the brake lines. You know, make sure they're not cracked, make sure they're not leaking, make sure everything's dry. You know, look up at the back, you know, shock there, make sure everything's, nothing's broke, nothing's bent, you know, all that good stuff. If everything checks out, well then, you know, put your wheel on. If, you know, if it needs repair, well then maybe you need to get her in and have her looked at. Okay guys, so we just finished doing the changeover on the Tercel from the summer rims and tires to the winter rims and tires. You know, some people say, you know, all seasons are the best, you know, all this stuff and all that. All seasons are good in, like they say, all seasons, right? But there are certain times when you need, you know, winter tires. Basically what I'm trying to say is these winter tires saved my life one time, saved me having an accident, and you know, they're a small price to pay to ensure it never happens again. So guys, you know, as I said, they're all changed over now. I'm gonna hit them with a torque wrench to make sure they're tight, and then we'll move on to project number 3. Run over them with a torque wrench here just to make sure all the nuts are tight. You know, sometimes if you're confident enough, the impact would do it, but it's always good to, you know, run over them and give them a good tighten with the torque wrench just to make sure, because last thing you need is the wheel to come loose. You know, it doesn't just fall off, you know, it'll do damage to the rim. It can do damage to the studs on the, you know, the hub as well. You know, if it falls just so, it'll do damage to the tin on the car. And if you're extra unlucky, it'll come flying off and bounce across the hood of someone's car. I've actually seen that happen when I was a kid. So guys, after she's all finished, I'll give you another update from there. What I'm hoping to do now is probably clean a few things out of the garage and put them into the shed for winter. Well guys, the Tercel is gone. Got everything all changed over on it, all the tires, got everything all checked. Well, I have the tools all out, all the jack and the wrenches and stuff. I decided I might as well do the truck as well. So guys, again with the truck, you know, pretty much the same as the Tercel. Jack it up and you know, pull off the rims. You know, being a new truck doesn't mean there's not going to be anything wrong with it. Just means, you know, got less likely of a chance. But it'll be the same deal as the car. So what I'll do is I'll get it all, you know, squared away. Maybe halfway through I'll give you guys a bit of an update. Okay guys, we just finished doing the changeover here on the truck. Have the summer wheels and tires off, and we got the old steel wheels back on it. One thing I'll say is they sure don't do anything for the truck's appearance. So guys, like I said, everything's all changed over. The Tercel's on the road now. The truck's all ready to go. As you see, I got my tools and everything all to put away. So we'll put those away, and if there's still daylight when all is cleaned up, then we'll try moving the ribstone trailer up into the grassy area here. If not, then we can do that on the weekend. So guys, we'll give you another update then. Okay, we have a few minutes of daylight left. I got the old fence opened up. So let's put the old ribstone trailer up on the grass. Well guys, we have the old ribstone trailer backed up in place for the winter. If you remember my videos from last fall, we had the old Apache up here pretty much in the same spot. It's just so it's out of the driveway for the winter, so we can bring our vehicles up a little closer. And you know, she's in its resting place. I would like to have it a little further, you know, closer to the shed. But, you know, that's the way it goes, I guess. Well, guys, we have about 15 minutes or so left of daylight. I think I'm going to call her good for the night. I wanted to get the shed organized, but that's okay. There's always the weekend. So, as always guys, thank you for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.